Got that in my throat where I can't get it out. There it is. All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I certainly hope and pray that all is well. All right. It's been a minute since I've been over here on this channel, but I'm here. I hope everyone had a nice Mother's Day this past weekend. I finally got to see Michael, which honestly, I wasn't crazy about seeing it at first. And I was asked why, and I was just like, well, some people I just don't want to see played by somebody else. I know that that was Michael Jackson's nephew. I just didn't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? It was like I don't want to see nobody else play Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson, shit. But I did go to see it last night, and when I was there, I'm in Cleveland. There is I don't guess he's a politician anymore, but he was a politician here that he's been in some Hollywood movies. And when he came in, he was sitting in front of us, and I was trying to tell my daughter and her friend, because what they did was when they were showing the previews, they showed the preview for the movie that he's in. He still lives in Cleveland. And I was like, oh, that's the guy right there. That's in that upcoming movie. So I didn't speak to him or anything. I've never met the man. But anyway, so it was an interesting night at the theater because there was some women in there. They was loud, boy. They was loud. But I kind of liked it in a way. There were times that it was just too loud and just doing too much. It's like I can't hear what's being said on screen. But I like the vibrant energy and whatnot. But as at points they was in there doing a little too much. All right, but nevertheless, I really enjoyed it. What I really enjoyed about that movie, more so than anything, were the two actors that played Michael Jackson. The little boy, who I think my daughter looked him up, and I think he said that he was 12 years old. I can't remember his name, that he's actually 12 years old. I thought he did an excellent job depicting Michael Jackson. I remember I was younger, when I was little, lady who raised me, her nephew came to get my sibling to take him to the Jackson 5 concert. And I remember like, well, I want to go. Why can't I go? But it's like, well, you too young, you too small or whatever. So I couldn't go. So, I remember watching Michael Jackson over the years, of course. And lady who raised me, she really, of course, remember it because she would often comment, well, not often, but she would talk about him and watching him as a little boy. And, she said to her, he always looked so sad, like in his pictures and everything. But anyway, so I thought that the young man who played the young Michael Jackson was just like perfection in how he depicted him. And of course, uh, Jafar Jackson and his depiction of Michael Jackson as far as his performances and everything, I thought was like perfect. Like, what did Michael Jackson pull him to the side and teach him? Teach him himself. The controversy about it, he really did. I was like, it was just that those performances were too like perfect. So that was nice. That was nice. It was, to me, at points though, I felt like toward the end, like when one thing that I really, since they were playing so many songs, it was so much more like a concert almost than anything. It's like the things that led up, and they're not in fullness. Of course, it's a movie. When we were talking about this person's life, um, that led up to particular songs. So when they did the Victory tour, one song I love, and I shared a lot. I have over the years shared it a lot on my social media because I love it. Is "Can You Feel It?" I'm like, because I remember all that, and I remember when that song came out. I always loved that song, and I was like, man, they should have played that, because it just seemed like that song was like the song for that reunion victory tour or whatever. At least in my mind, it was. But yeah, like at the end when they showed him when he was doing bad, I just remember feeling like this was more like a concert than an actual biopic. And I understand it's going to be a part two. But I enjoyed it, and I would like to see it again. I plan on seeing it again because I just really love the young man's Jafar, his performance. I would have liked to have seen two people who I guess declined being a part of it. I would have loved to seen someone play Rebe. My daughter and her friend was like, "There's an older sister." I was like, "Yeah, Rebe Jack. She's the oldest out of all of them." I was telling about when she did that album, Centipede. I'm sure people out there remember Centipede. Okay, and whatever the whole thing was with Janet, it still is like it would have been nice, but understandably so for whatever her reason is. But I was like, but no Rebe. No, we didn't get to see Rebe. And there was one scene when they were doing the victory tour. The man that played Jermaine Jackson, I was like, man, that's exactly how Jermaine looked from what I remembered. And I do remember when he, of course, it wasn't about them, but the comment that Joe Jackson said about Jermaine not being a part of whatever at one point, he was like, well, he chose to stay. And I was like, okay, that must have been when he married Barry Gordy's daughter. Because I remember when they got married, they were on the cover of Ebony magazine. And when I was younger, I used to look at that cover. I thought they were both so beautiful. I was so young, but I remember that, so that was fun. I enjoyed that. Um, I was beat. I worked all day yesterday, believe it or not, and got very little sleep. Came home, fell asleep for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I almost didn't go to the movie because I was like, I am so sleepy. Maybe I'll go tomorrow, but I was like, no, I'm gonna go tonight. So I went and I had a good time, and I want to see it again. I've heard people talking about they've seen it like 4 times, 5 times, or however many times. But anyway, that's that. So I'm just gonna talk about a few things real quick, and that'll be the end of that. So in terms of my personal stuff going on that I talk about on this channel, I'm just going to address a couple of issues as far as that's concerned. From my tarot channel, I started a YouTube, I'm not a YouTube, a TikTok and a Instagram, which I stated I was. And basically, I'm just showing clips of my tarot readings that I do on YouTube on each channel. And there was a person who followed me on Instagram from Lady Who Raised Me side, and I immediately blocked that person. Terry, that's you. I blocked you. Don't none of y'all come following me on none of my shit. You're just gonna get blocked. Okay. You participated as well. You didn't participate as much, but you did because I saw you. when they had me in your grandmother's house, when they was doing them drugs with whoever the rest of them other people were who I didn't know those guys. They were just watching. But you were there and you watched. Don't follow me. None, not a gone. Don't follow me. If Ms. Zarita is telling you to do this, you can do it, but you're gonna get blocked. Okay, you're just gonna get blocked because let me see. This has been going on for since it's been going on probably for much longer than I realized. But as far as on here, at least 7 years with the dream infiltration, all that kind of stuff. When y'all first started that shit, you didn't follow me then. You didn't inquire about me then, and all of this time. I used to see you all the time at the gas station over there in Glenville. No, I would go in there and get my, well, not all the time, but I would see you there. I think I saw you there like twice at least when I would go in there and get my cigarettes, my singles, and we would talk. You know, I remember you when you were born. I remember how they mistreated you, how they misaligned you, how they treated you like the black sheep, how they talked down to you and talked nasty to you. I remember all of that shit. I'm much older than you. And, you know, how you just kind of distanced yourself. As far as I'm concerned, you stay distant. All of you. Like I said, you can come through, you can hit the follow button. Now, if you're under a fake account, you know, I won't know that it's you. Maybe. But you under your real account and I see your name, you just gonna get, you know, terminated from my existence in all reality, even social media reality. Okay? Stay away because basically you just there for, because either she's telling you to, maybe her crazy mom is telling you to, maybe your other family members or whatever are telling you to. You're not doing it because you give a fuck about me and you want to see what, you know, let me be supportive. No, you're not. None of you were ever supportive, which is okay. You know, figured that out eons ago. But you're just going to get blocked. Okay, y'all can keep your little mind games and play amongst each other. Okay, so that's that. Even my father's side, which y'all probably wouldn't anyway. Y'all not really family-oriented people, but whatever. I don't have nothing to say negative about y'all necessarily. So it's like, when it rains, it pours, right? Now, I mean, I've had some dream infiltration stuff and whatnot since the last time I came on here. It's just like, whatever. You know, like I said, I don't talk about every single thing, you know, that happens. I don't get on here and talk about it all the time. Hold on, let me rearrange something real quick. I think that's good. Okay. I don't talk about all you know, all the time. Because it's, you know, just because there ain't no need to. But when people come around with the negativity, it's just like it happens all at the same time. So a couple things happened. So I woke up yesterday morning. I said, okay, so that means with the various things that have happened, there's going to be a negative, nasty comment on my Monad channel, my tarot channel. And it was, but it was hidden. So I took a screenshot of it. I'm going to read it. Because the things that they say are like nonsensical. They don't make any sense. From @Shay_the Stallion. Can you cut it the fuck out with this dumb ass mumbling you're doing or get a better mic? TS is ridiculous and a waste of time. So I go look at the thumbnail. I mean, not the thumbnail, the avatar picture or whatever. And it's a picture of Meg the Stallion. And it's like, poor Meg the Stallion, that this person is impersonating her, but calling herself Shay the Stallion. You know, I remember when Meg the Stallion came out, well, whenever, all of the controversy about her calling herself a stallion, which we know is a male horse. Okay. Some people don't know. Probably this silly ass woman who left this silly ass comment doesn't know that. So I said, let me go look and see who this is. So there's nothing there. It's a completely something completely new they made just to throw the nasty comment at me. And I looked at the picture. I said, oh, that's Meg the Stallion. The picture. And I just laughed. I said, you know, whoever this is probably one of Zarita's friends while they're sitting around drinking their beers and shit. I said, poor Meg the Stallion. Hasn't she been through enough than to be copied by some silly ass person? Well, let me help you real quick. Now, when you send these comments to me every blue moon, okay, I always talk about how dumb you all are. And this is clearly dumb. There's not one video that I ever do where I'm mumbling. I don't mumble. But it put me in the mind of one time me and this girl, Bleeding Z, was hanging out. We were at Whole Foods. And there's some people who look at Whole Foods as though it's this posh type of upscale place. I don't look at it like that. But she was one of them who looked at it like that. Well, I was in the back at the seafood place getting my, I used to love, well, I still do. I don't like it as much, salmon. I used to love salmon. I mean, it was a point in time where I was eating that shit every day. I loved it. And so I loved it. It was, you know, to get it from there because it was so fresh. And she was with me. And you was with me because you're watching, or you will. You were so busy trying to be so cute and act like you were so delicate. You were talking, you were speaking, but you were mumbling under your breath, like a little girl. And I was like, what? What did you say? And I said to myself, look at her trying to be cute in front of these white men who are not paying her any attention. And even if they were, they're going to say to her, speak up. Nobody can hear you. That just put me in the mind of that. And what's funny about it is I had that memory like one day last week. I was like, I remember this girl at the Whole fucking Foods, and this bitch was mumbling, trying to be cute in front of these men and in front of the posh Whole Foods. No, it's just another grocery store chain. Especially, I feel like since Amazon bought it, it's kind of gone downhill. Ain't that who bought it? Prime, whatever. It's not what it was. But I'm going to help you real quick, Shay the Stallion. Now, I've already talked about you all. I've already tried to help you with the creating fake profiles. If you're going to be tough stuff, and try to intimidate, don't hide. Like I said, I had to tell the children that I subbed, the fourth graders. No, were they third or fourth graders? They were in the MD room. Ain't that what they call it? The ED room, emotionally disturbed room. If you're going to be tough, don't hide. If you're going to try to intimidate someone or try to bring them down, don't hide. No one ever should be afraid of anyone or intimidated by anyone who hides themselves. Don't hide. If you want it to work, don't hide. And damn sure don't be trying to imitate. I mean, why would you do that to poor Meg Thee Stallion? You see, she been going through some shit. There's nothing about, you don't look like her. You don't look like Meg Thee Stallion at all. Whoever you are. I doubt it's Bleeding Z. She gets people to do stuff for her. So you're probably one of her friends. So there's not one video I do on this channel or the other channel, when you made this comment on the other channel, where I mumble. When you try to do your intimidating and your bullying, don't hide. Get some pen and paper. Write this down. Now get pencil and paper. Make sure that it's sharpened, the pencil, and make sure it's a good eraser on it. You need to take notes. Because you're a student. You've called me because you want to be a student of mine, so I'm going to teach you. Ready? So number one, don't hide. Don't hide. Don't run. Don't cower in a corner. And for anybody else out there who people do this to you and they hide behind fake profile, don't let that stop you, because they're showing you that they're more afraid of you than you are of them. Because why would they hide? You're not hiding. Number one. Number two, don't write something, any old thing, to try to intimidate and bully and put fear in someone that is nonsensical, that doesn't make any sense. I don't mumble. I'm very clear. So I clicked on the video. It was a tourist video. You sacrifice for your mother's well-being and et cetera, et cetera. I said, let me listen. No, as usual, I'm not mumbling. I've never mumbled. I don't mumble. People like yourself mumble. People who live in fear and cower and cowardice, which you have proven that you do, they mumble. And the fact that you did this, hiding behind a fake profile, shows that this is mumbling. Now, next time, make sure that everything you do is grammatically correct, especially for somebody like myself. You say, can you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Can you begin a sentence with a capital letter? Or maybe you didn't. I don't know, maybe you're a product of the school system of whatever city you're from. Because Cleveland's school system right now is piss poor. So it looks like you might be a product of that. Okay, so go ahead, look at your comment. I don't know, maybe it's still shown on your end. I don't know, I hid the comment, but it didn't show up anyway. It was placed in the thing where I have to review comments. Because I have sense for idiots like you. And we don't want you to be an idiot anymore. So make sure that when you start a sentence, I remember they taught us that like in, I don't know, maybe it was first or second grade. You're projecting your fear, which is mumbling. People who mumble, they do so because it's out of fear of speaking, of being heard. They're afraid of being heard. They don't want to be heard because they're afraid of being judged. Okay. Another thing, I don't understand this thing with people who, at the end of a sentence, before they put a period, exclamation mark, question mark, you put a space, and then in the sentence with the period, the question mark, that's incorrect. So next time, you make sure that it's right behind the last letter of where you don't make a space. Then when you start a new sentence, you start with what? Class, speak up. A capital letter. And next time you do it, when you go to try to intimidate and bully, next bullet point, make sure that you either are sober, which I know if you hanging out with her, you're not. She's never sober. So make sure that you're sober and make sure that you're not writing out of emotion. Because you said is TS is ridiculous. What's TS? Tis is ridiculous. Because see, even, people when they want to try to tear someone down or whatever the case, you still want everything to be grammatically correct, especially if you want to be taken halfway seriously, just a little bit. So it's not TS. Tis is ridiculous. I think you're trying to say it's because you were writing up out of emotion to try to hurt, intimidate me. You forgot the I. And obviously you forgot the apostrophe, because in this respect, it's would be it is. 2 words in one. What do they call it? A conjunction. It is ridiculous and a waste of time. Where is your period? You haven't closed out the sentence. Okay. So, I probably have talked too fast for you. So when this is over, I'm going to have it up. You can go back and look at it all and take your notes, study your notes. So next time you come, I think I hid you from channel. Well, next time you make another fake channel to try to bother me and harass me for someone else, be someone else's flying monkey instead of your own person, you can do it correctly. And then maybe I'll look at it and say, now me, whoever this person is who's hiding, now maybe me and this person could have some kind of dialogue, possibly, probably not. I really don't deal with people who are afraid to be themselves or who choose to be someone else's flying monkey. Because I'm not a monkey. I'm not an animal. So I don't have dialogues with animals. Especially people who choose to be animals. So let's see. What is yes? This is called a pendulum. I'm using this as a pendulum. Oh, this can be a pendulum. This is really a necklace, but as long as it swings, you can use it. What is no? Now, don't be trying to use this without some guidance. Just like that comment you made. You're under the wrong guidance, under the wrong teaching. You're under a teaching of someone who's got some mental problems and issues that they refuse to take care of. What's today? Monday? Okay, it's today Friday. Okay, we see it's telling us no. Okay, so it's today Monday. Okay, we see it's telling us yes. So this person who called themselves at Shay_the Stallion, is this one of Zarita's friends? Mm-hmm. So Z asked her to do that, to write that comment under my channel, under anything. Mm-hmm. That was supposed to intimidate and bully me and make me afraid or something. Mm-hmm. Okay. What is this, a new person, one of her new flying monkeys? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now this was done on the day of CSU's graduation. Did you graduate? Weren't you supposed to graduate? I don't know if you did, if you didn't, but if you did, it seems as though that's what you would be celebrating, your graduation. Not worrying about my channel and what I'm doing, trying to intimidate and stop and harass. Seemed like you and that person would have been out partying it up, celebrating it up about all the great future that you have. So Shay the Stallion underscore the Stallion. Don't be a dumbass for a dumbass. Know a dumbass when you see one and strive for greater. Look at that person's life. That's not who you follow behind and try to be like. Okay. Now moving on. So Reese, I had a very, very interesting encounter with a white person, a white woman named Dana on my psychic app. So now I got to teach Dana. You know, white people think that, especially this type of white person. Now, you know how they say, you can talk about your own, but can't nobody else talk about your own. Well, given that my birth mother, come to find out, is white, I can talk about your dumb white ass. And that's what I'm about to do. Okay. So Dana, let's see. Dana, that was on my psychic app the other day. Did she watch my YouTube channel, this one? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm going this video correcting Dana so that if you're not catching it now, you'll catch it later. Now, let me tell y'all what Dana did. Okay, let me see. Now, I wasn't really sure, so I'm going to let this tell me. It's Dana, this white woman from my psychic app who came the other day, who got 3 orders. Was she sent by any of these people I talk about on here? No. Mm-mm. She came on her own. Mm-hmm. Is she in any way, shape, or form possible connected to any of them in any way, shape, or form? Oh, but she is connected to them in some way. Yes. But they didn't send her. No. Okay. So let me tell y'all what Dana did. This white woman in her 40s. She told me she was in her 40s. She placed an order by video. And I'm going to say it. You look a fucking wreck. You're a wreck. She placed an order asking about this man who apparently don't want her no more. Now, I just don't understand, you know, pick-me's, what they call pick-me's, what y'all call pick-me's, have no respect of person. None. Mad about this man who she knew for a hot second, who apparently does not want her anymore. But as she stated, she's in her 40s and she ain't got time. She in other words, ain't gonna be no, she feels as though she's not gonna have a chance with any other men. You know, you just want that one who doesn't want you. Now, I gave you the reading, and the reading was true and correct. But you're mad. You got mad. Okay, let me just tell y'all the whole story. So she placed the order asking about this man and this woman who has apparently, I don't know if she really interfered in a relationship, in a situation shit. That's probably really what it was. But she said in the video that she wondered if the woman had done black magic on him. Yeah, I got yes, she has. Now she claims she's a reader on that app. Is Dana a reader on that psychic app that she came to me on? No, she's a liar. So Dana was lying to me about that. Now, why would you lie? Well, I mean, why would you feel the need to tell me that? Now, the reading that she asked for, that was a true and correct situation that Dana has. Is it a true situation that... Yes, it is. Now, I'm doing this. I have never uh, told anybody about readings that people get from me, whether personal, on the app, anywhere at all. But I'm going to do it with your motherfucking ass, bitch. So she asked me. No, she didn't ask me. She said she thinks that the woman's doing black magic. And I concurred. I agreed. Because she is. Thing about it is, it's working because the motherfucker wanted to work. Because he don't want you. That nigga wants to be where the fuck he is. She doing something for his fucking ass that you ain't, can't, and won't. So after I gave it a read, it wasn't 5 minutes later, here she gives me another reading. Well, if she's doing work on him, then I know what to do. As though she practices black magic herself. Okay, this is the situation. This is what I'm getting. Okay. And then she came for a third one. All of this in less than an hour. Okay. But then what she did, now, you know, in life, we're going to get positive reviews and we're going to get negative reviews. And no matter what we had, no matter what we do, whether it's our own business, people like us, some like us, don't like us, it's going to be positive, it's going to be negative, it's going to be all of that. So what usually people do, especially when they're on that fuck shit, when they want to give you something negative, a negative review, they do it at night. Just like Shay the Stallion left the nasty comment at night, probably like when a person is asleep, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So what Miss Dana did, what you did, Dana, in your cowardice, was you left the nasty negative review. And what she said in the nasty negative review was that I tried to convince her that black magic was real. It's a joke. Let's see. Did I try to convince this woman that black magic was real? Dana. No. Did she say something about black magic from her first reading, her first inquiry for her? Yes. Her first request for a reading? Yes. Did I just agree with the woman that this is what's happening? I sure did. I just agreed. That is what the fuck the bitch is doing. This woman that she's talking about that got her man that she wants so bad, is she doing black magic on him? Yes, she is. Now, what I told your motherfucking ass to do was to cleanse. Is that what I told her to do? To cleanse. What can I do? Did she ask me what could she do to, because she know what to do. Now, when she said she knew what to do, was she talking about she knew to do? Oh, that's exactly what you said, bitch. You said that you needed to do black magic to her. Is that what this whole Dana said, that she needed to do black magic to that white woman? Well, I don't know the woman white, to the woman that's dealing with her man. Or the man she wants. But then you left the review saying that I tried to convince you that it was. So of course I got in touch with Purple Ocean. Like, this is not even logical. And so what they did was, I don't know if you know them or they're just being lazy, Okay. And I said, y'all need to remove this. Look at this shit. In so many words. But they sent me the typical, we don't find anything wrong. Okay. Did you look at this? Or because it's not logical. I didn't convince her of this or try to. She brought it up. She said that this is what she does. She said that she needed to do black magic on a woman. She said from the first video, the black magic, this, that, and other. She said these things. I agreed with her. So I don't know what they've said. I haven't checked last time I checked my email, there wasn't anything there. So I said, well, maybe this bitch trying to get me in trouble with Purple Ocean. That's the psychic gap, y'all. Was she trying to get me in trouble with them? No. So I said, she's trying to do some funny shit. Okay. Was she trying to do some funny shit as far as I'm concerned? No. Bitch, you're just mad because you didn't like the reading. You're mad because this man you knew for a hot fucking second is with somebody else. You're mad. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, I said, this bitch watches my YouTube. And somebody might say, it was a time if I was watching this, I would have been like, well, that's kind of far-fetched. That lady may not know she on YouTube. But I had somebody a long time ago that I don't know who it is to this day. Put in a request and say to me, I love your YouTube. I love your YouTube channel. I don't know who that is. To this day, maybe it was last year, maybe the year before last. I said, oh, you know I have a YouTube channel? I'll have it anywhere on my description. For the rest of y'all, when y'all come, read the description. Especially for people that send people to try to trip me up and all of that kind. At least read it. So when you try to trip me up, you are following the fucking directions. Take the time to read. What do they say? Reading is fundamental, but comprehension is essential. Read it, goddamn. Don't just read words. Well, you are blocked, D.A.N.A. Because that was some dirty, low down shit. Because you're mad. Because that motherfucker don't want you. And you the one who talked about black magic. And how you was going to put black magic on that woman. Now, if you watch me, I hope whoever she is, that she watches as well. Maybe when she sees the title of this live, something will make her say, let me look at this shit and see if it's this bitch. This white bitch. Is that the D.A.N.A she's talking about? So I know what to do to keep her from this motherfucker. Maybe what she's doing is protecting his fucking ass. Because after you did that shit, I said, oh, that's why he don't want her fucking ass. When you talked about her behavior. Now, I did a reading, a collective reading. Everybody's gone. Where's everyone? How come no one's here? I did a collective reading recently. I just posted. You know, at the end, people say, let me get names. Let me get characteristics. Characteristics of a white woman with long flowing hair came up. Bitch, is that you? Now, this was before I did that reading I did that reading 2 nights ago. It was a Friday night I did that reading. I did Friday night, I think. And then here you came. Saturday. Is that motherfucker, that white woman that I picked up on your motherfucking ass? That white woman that I picked up on in that collective reading that I just posted on my tarot channel. Is that this D.A.N.A? Is that this bitch right here? Bitch, you're too much in my energy, bitch. Who the fuck are you, bitch? Who are you? Described your motherfucking ass close enough to a T when I did the reading before you even came across me on the app. Who are you? And you look a hot fucking mess. Whatever the fuck going on with your fucking mouth and your roots, touch them shit up. You look disgusting. You look gross. That's why he don't want your motherfucking ass. And because of your behavior, that's why he don't want. And that's why that shit that woman is doing is working on his fucking ass. Everybody's gone. You the type of a white person, you think because my skin is black, I'm intimidated by you, or I'll bow down to you or obey you. You one of them types who would say, oh, my friends are black or my man is black. That doesn't mean a motherfucking thing. I think we've come to understand that by now. You like what they call P.W.T. This ain't for everybody. Ain't for every white person. There's some white people who would look at you and be like, that's exactly what she is. P.W.T., that poor white trash. That's what you are. Now, if you watching, you can go back and tell them whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Who cares? Because all it's going to show is that what are you, stalking me? Are you part of the group, the collective? I picked up on your motherfucking ass in the reading before I even saw your fucking ass. I know there's some black people and people of color that are intimidated by your white skin. I'm not. Maybe you a family member on my mother's side. Let me see my birth. Is this D.A.N.A bitch a family member on my birth mother's side? Not hardly, honey. Not hardly. Just have to be sure because they watch and follow. Physically follow. I don't know if they're still doing it or hiring people to do it. I don't know. So I'm correcting you, P.W.T, D.A.N.A. That's what I'm put. Correcting D.A.N.A, P.W.T. And everybody can look it up and see what it is. I looked it up, actually. My phone is about to die. On my other phone, it's about to die. Because I was going to read what it is on here, where it comes from. You thought you were fucking slick, bitch? Because you're mad? You're 40 fucking years old. You're in your 40s. And that means what? You don't look like you're in your 40s. Even though you're fugly at the face. You still look relatively young. You can go find you another man. Why you got to be so dead set on that one that you want to try to destroy my shit? Because you're mad because this motherfucker is under somebody else's rulership, some other woman's rulership and gaze at this particular moment. Nobody who reads the review is going to see the videos that you sent me. Nobody. So you were faulty. So I'm going to defend myself. Since Purple Ocean ain't going to handle it, I'm going to handle it here on my platform. And you talked about black magic and how you practice black magic and how you want to put black magic on that woman. But then say in the review, she's trying to convince. No, I ain't trying to convince you of shit. You said it, and that you practiced it, and that's what you did. And you're mad because you ain't more powerful than that bitch, whoever the fuck she is. You don't have no more, your power is less than hers. Your power is weaker than hers. And you're mad at me. And you don't give me a negative review because you don't have the power she got. What did you do in that time since before you left the review after you watched the last video? Tried to do some witchy poo and it didn't, and you called the motherfucker, text them or whatever, and it didn't work? Let me see. Is that what the bitch did? Something like that? Tried to practice some witchy poo on the man and it didn't work? Uh-huh. And so you got mad because your power is not greater than that woman's. And then you're going to leave me that review. Bitch, are you fucking nuts? Her power ain't greater than that woman's, is it? No. And why would you want him anyway, as weak as he is? You want to do the same thing she doing to him. Control his fucking ass. Have him walking around like a zombie. Don't know who and what the fuck he is. You're weak. Bitch, if you gonna practice the shit, go get a man that practice the shit. Go get a man that's a fucking warlock. Learn from his fucking ass. You just mad because your power is less than hers. But then you're gonna take it out on me, bitch. Why? Why are you taking it out on me? Why are you mad at me? Come up in your power. Ask that bitch to teach you some shit. And go get you a man with some fucking power. Ask that bitch to teach you so you can be just as powerful as she is, and then use that power to go get you a man with power. Don't leave me no nasty fucking review, bitch. After I said, this bitch, this bitch watches my YouTube. What is this shit all about? All she did was talk about black magic and saying that so you're mad because it didn't work. And your shit didn't work in that little bit of time. Bitch, give it some time. I guess. I don't know how people do the shit. I don't. I'm not the bitch to tell you. I can't teach you on that. But that bitch can. Because I saw she got the motherfucker like a fucking zombie. He do whatever the fuck she say. And he's happy to do the shit. Bitch, you better ask that bitch for some help. You went somewhere and you threw something together real quick, expecting he's gonna call, he's gonna text, he's gonna call, he's gonna text. I know. And then he didn't, and then you projected it off on me. Bitch, fuck you. And do something with your fucking style. That's the power in and of itself. Color them fucking roots and whatever that lipstick was in them lips, and you lipstick all up out the side of your lips and shit. You look the fucking red. But when that last video you came through, you had that pretty dress on. You look like you got a nice shape. Do something with this. Why's your lipstick all up outside of your lips? Do that first. I guarantee you that woman that you got an attitude with, her shit is tight. That's why she took your letter and ripped it the fuck up in your fucking face and laughed at your fucking ass. Bitch, don't be projecting your anger on me because your magic didn't work that night. I didn't tell you to do that shit. You said that you was going to do that shit. That's what happened. You said you was going to do it and it didn't work. That's pretty much it. Now, one of my favorite readers is on. I'm about to watch her. One of my favorite readers. She feel like her. I ain't gonna say, who is it? How you hacked into a phone to see who she about to watch? Let me see something. Any words for weak ass D.A.N.A? With a P.W.T ass. Oh, bitch. You don't want him to reject it, but this motherfucker's blocked off from you like a motherfucker, bitch. Anything else? I don't know. 4 swords in reverse. You don't want to take the time. See that whoever that girl is, she probably done took some time. Study how to get these men's in my lair. She got that nigga walking away from your ass, bitch. Anything else? That bitch go study. Okay, that bitch got the will of fortune. Got that man. I'm in my 40s. I'm not gonna. Don't tell me to move on. Move on, bitch. Go call that girl. Call your sister. Ask her for some help, assistance. That bitch be happy to show you. Teach you something. I'm calling the psychic app on this bitch. Call them, bitch. I don't give a fuck, bitch. There's a million psychic apps out there. There you go. It came up again. Take the time. Study and do some work. You know how to get a nigga and keep his fucking ass. Okay? Take time to study, do some work, and plant them seeds so that you have some shit that is fruit, that brings you some fruit. So you have that man. Because that's all you bitches want is dick. Yeah, go for it. Do the work, bitch. That's all you bitches want. White, black, purple, green. Is some fucking dick. That's all you want. And you mad at me. Because your shit didn't work. Because you a weak, powerless bitch. Because you a weak, powerless bitch. Ain't happy for shit. Don't nothing make you bitches happy. Bitches like you. Bring the weak shit to a close, bitch. Stop blaming other women for your fucking problems and issues and that you can't get no man and keep his motherfucking ass. Like she had. I hope she see this shit, whatever her name is. Let me see, I forgot her name. But even if I didn't, I'll protect her shit. The woman who got her dude, or the dude that she want, did she watch my channel too? No. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah. She does. Is she gonna see this? I hope she laughs at your fucking ass. That's what the fuck you get. Your dumb ass. Now I gotta go. I'm about to watch my favorite reader. One of my favorite readers. Y'all have favor. Peace.